Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to our Get Astrologic Now YouTube channel. And today I'm going to talk about the month of August 2014, because this is a very intense and very volatile month. We have all, as astrologers, been dreading the forthcoming Mars conjunct Saturn aspect. This will occur August 25th, which is actually the day of the new moon as well. So on August 25th, we're going to have Mars conjunct Saturn at 23 degrees of Libra. And what that means is everything has been coming to a head for a long time concerning war, peace, disruption, anger, hostility. All of these things are coming to sort of like the surface and boiling over. And we will have things be resolved because finally these things are coming to a head and they will finally explode and come to dissipate. So Mars and Saturn are first-rate malefics, and when you put them together, Mars is war, hostility, where Saturn is ending. So it will be an explosive event probably. Now, those of you that have Libra planets are going to feel a sense of relief. Yes, things are building. Yes, things are difficult. But finally, there will be a healing that will come from all of the things that have been building over the last few years that Saturn has been in Libra. And always, this will represent opportunities for growth, because when things become intense and difficult, they do give us the opportunity to change, and that's what we're here for. So this is a very intense month of opportunities, but enormous changes that will involve war and peace. So I wanted to also talk about what else is happening in this month, and that is that Saturn has just stationed to go direct, and that's happened towards July 20th, and Uranus has stationed to go retrograde. Now, they were exactly in what we call a 6-8 relationship, 6 and 8 signs from one another. This is the most difficult aspect we can have, and it's called the quincunx in Western astrology. So it represents accidents and sudden events and can involve death, which we certainly have seen enough of from all of these extreme events and happenings with the planets. So looking at Saturn, it is finally going direct. So all the things that you have been hung up on that you feel like you couldn't get to come forth or have forward movement will start to make sense and start to move. So a lot of answers and a lot of things that you felt like you were in the dark with will finally come to the surface, and you can get some resolution in all sorts of different areas of your life. And because I'm looking at the sign of Libra, many times this will have to do with looking at your relationships more realistically and healing them, but it will come with an awakening, and it will come with an explosive event, most probably. And also Uranus is coming together with K2. This aspect will incur an enormous awakening that's due to come towards the first of 2015 when they collide together. Looking at some of the specific days for August, I noticed that August 1st will be the time that Jupiter and Mars will square one another. Now, Jupiter is right now in Cancer exalted, and Mars will, as it squares from Libra, is a harsh aspect. But Mars is the karka for real estate. So together with Jupiter in Cancer, we're seeing the real estate market explode. It's really, really escalating, and it's really at its high point. So something's going to shift and change in the area of real estate. Around August 2nd, Mercury will conjunct Jupiter. This is a great day to sign contracts, to get things moving, to do anything that is where you use your perception to see clearly into the future. It's a good day for travel, I must say, as well. And also, when I look towards the full moon, on August 10th, we have the full moon that will be in Capricorn Cancer, and the full moon will be in Dhanishta. So this is a time of extremes because Dhanishta is a very powerful nakshatra for forward direction. It is a nakshatra that's ruled by Mars, so it deals with action and direction. And I get that this month things are going to start moving because of all of this full moon in Dhanishta. There's movement, there's action, and there's progress because we have really been hung up in the past until this time. Venus is a really important planet this entire month because it's due to come together in conjunct Jupiter around August 18th. And that sounds like a great thing to have two benefics together in the same sign. But let me remind you, Venus and Jupiter are enemies. Jupiter is the king and the lord of the Asuras and Venus of the Devas. No, the other way around. Excuse me. Venus is the Asuras and Jupiter is the Devas. And they fight and they will be at war with one another. So you will find the forces during this time about good and evil that will come together. And in the sign of Cancer, it's about the homeland. People are fighting for land. People are fighting. I see this whole area as a time of fighting for land and property, and with Russia and the Middle East. This is where things are going to escalate and get more extreme, because during this time you have to realize that Mars and Saturn together in Libra, they're ruled by Venus. Therefore, the dispositing planet is with Jupiter, and Saturn is aspecting by its 10th aspect this position in Cancer. So we've got both Jupiter and Venus, where Saturn is aspecting by its 10th position, and Venus is the dispositor of Mars and Saturn. So I expect this to be really an intense time. This is a time when there's going to be blow-ups and extremes. And, you know, it will be where a lot of things about greed and luxury and the extremes of people's behavior will be surfaced during this time of the Jupiter-Venus conjunction, which, once again, let's see, that will be around August 18th. Looking towards August 25th, this is the time when everything hits the ceiling. This is going to be the explosive time, but after that, you will see a soothing out, a healing, that things have finally, everything's been exposed. The answers will come, and from that we can have a resolution and a healing. I've always said that this year of 2014, there will be explosive events that will ultimately bring a healing, that does bring people together, because at a certain point in time, we realize we cannot keep fighting, and there is something that brings humanity together with our compassion, and that is the end result, and that is the purpose. Because remember, it's always about finding balance, and we do have the Mars-Saturn in Libra, which represents bringing balance to the world. So with that, I'd like to close, and I'd like to remind everyone, if you would like a personal reading with me, you can go to my website, which is galacticcenter.org. Thank you.